Hey, what's up? So I've been here in Europe for almost 2 full months. I came here in the middle of October for one of the world's biggest dance music events called Amsterdam Dance Event. It was my first time coming. This last year I had 2 songs get released on Armada Records, and I felt that if I came to Amsterdam Dance Event where Armada Records is based, it would just be the best time in my career to meet more of the employees at the label and other DJs and producers, and just start working more with the people who, prior to coming here, I'd never met in person. I was just riding in Nashville for them. So I came here for Amsterdam Dance Event. It was a 5-day event. My schedule was crazy packed. I had meetings planned from 9 in the morning every day, and then I didn't realize the Amsterdam Dance Event was filled with nightlife parties that were going till 5 in the morning every night. So if I could do it all over again, I would definitely not plan any meetings before 12 p.m. But I made a lot of new friends from music producers from all over the world, from India to China to all parts of Europe, South America. And then I met people from record labels, publishing companies, you name it, press. It was a really magical time for me. I met so many great friends and went to all these DJ parties, from Spinnin' Deep to seeing Martin Garrix play at a headlining show. I went to the DJ Mag 100 party where Martin ended up getting the #1 slot, and tons of events in between. When Amsterdam Dance Event ended, I decided to stay in Europe and travel around to countries I'd never been to before and work with producers that I dreamt of working with. I also met, right after ADE, a company called Vocal Kitchen that is basically an agency for singers and songwriters. They kind of are the middleman between DJs and record labels with instrumentals looking for songs and singers. And I signed a deal with them right after ADE and have been working with them since. And they've set up a bunch of really amazing co-writes for me. One of the first ones they set up for me was working with Dennis WR, who is the 12-year ghost producer for Tiesto, Grammy-nominated remixes and albums, and he lives in Rotterdam. So I went out right after ADE and began working with Dennis, and we ended up doing 2 songs together during my time here in Europe. Another really cool co-write for me was working with Justin Milo, who is a longtime friend of Martin Garrix, regularly opens up and tours with Martin on his shows. And Justin and I worked together on a song immediately after ADE, and just this week we finished it. I quite love it. In fact, I told him that it often came into my brain throughout my time here in Europe. I found myself singing it as I was walking around the subways a lot. So I really love this song, and I hope that the world gets to hear it soon and it gets released. I think it's a really special song. And then right after ADE, I went to Stockholm, Sweden. And in Sweden, one of my goals was to work with the producers that work with Robin, because I'm a really big fan of the Swedish artist Robin. Her music is just fun, happy pop music. It's a little weird at times, and I'm a quarter Swedish, so I feel like I resonate with her and with the Swedish music scene. So I went to Stockholm for the very first time the week after, or I guess it was 2 weeks after ADE, I went to Stockholm. And through God and through luck, I ended up getting a co-write with ClearUp, who's the producer of Robin's With Every Heartbeat, which is one of my favorite songs by Robin. I've actually covered it. It's probably the very first song I ever covered and put on my SoundCloud was With Every Heartbeat by Robin. So working with ClearUp was really exciting for me. He's really sweet, and I wrote a song with him and a Grammy-nominated Swedish actress who was on Warner Brothers and had nominated for Best New Artist, named Regina Lund. And the 3 of us had a co-write on my last day in Stockholm, and I brought in a young producer named Vans. He's just like 19 years old, but his music is doing really great on Spotify, several million plays. And he and I have, for the last year, been working online, sending songs back and forth to each other. And so on this one day in Stockholm, he and I had a morning co-write, and then he came into my session with Regina and ClearUp. So the 4 of us worked on a song, which I think is going to turn out pretty cool. I also in Stockholm worked with an artist named Rich Edwards. Rich has music on Monster Cat label. It's sort of future house. Monster Cat is the same label that Marshmello is on, and Rich's music is super fun, and we wrote a song in his house. And so yeah, that was my time going to Stockholm. My next trip after Stockholm was I went to London. I worked with an artist named Federico, who's actually a famous actor in Italy, and he has now been moving to London to focus on his music career, because he said he feels like acting for him has been really exciting and he's done really well. He's been in a ton of Italian movies. Now he wants to focus on his music. So in London I wrote a song with him, and then I wrote a song with another Vocal Kitchen songwriter and a producer named Mas. He's actually a singer and a producer, and the three of us wrote a song. So 2 songs in London, and I went out to some clubs and had a good time in London. And then from London I went to Denmark. I stayed for a week in Copenhagen with a band called ANX. They actually go by Annex. They met each other in college. They stayed in a dorm called the Annex, and they're these sort of big room, hardstyle, progressive house producers. They've become like brothers to me. I feel like I will be friends with them forever. We met during ADE and just bonded, and I ended up spending a week in their house in Copenhagen and wrote a song with them that we're all excited about, that will be out. It's actually being pitched to be in a video game. And during the day while I was staying with them, I went back and forth to work in the studio with a duo called Boy and Sigvart. They have a song that's in Spotify's Mint EDM playlist, which is the biggest EDM playlist Spotify has. It's doing really well for them, and we wrote 3 songs in 3 days. 2 songs we wrote from scratch, and one was a song they'd already had a singer on and wanted me to sing it, so I gave them my own version of the song. And then I went to Malmö for 1 day and worked at a studio called Roasting House that focuses primarily on the J-pop and K-pop market. I wrote 2 songs in 1 day at Roasting House. One was specifically in mind for a group called Get 7. I think they're K-pop, but they might be J-pop. 7 guys. And then the other song was specifically in mind for me, and I quite love it. It's tentatively called The Sun and Moon, although that name may change, but I think of all my writes this whole time in Europe, it's one of the ones I found I was most excited about singing live someday in a music festival. And then I came back here to Amsterdam, where I've been for 2 more weeks, and I've been writing almost every day. I met a really nice artist named Pollyanna, who's also on Vocal Kitchen, and she and I wrote 2 songs. I finished my song with Justin Milo. I wrote a second song with Dennis WR, and I've been writing for Vocal Kitchen. And this trip has been really fulfilling, and there's a special person that I have not mentioned yet. Her name is Emmy Perez, and she should come on camera if she wants to. Emmy and I met during Amsterdam Dance Event, and I've been staying with her.
Hello peeps, you alright?
So this special lovely person is like family to me.
Yeah.
We met during our final night of ADE. I was getting my coat at Coat Check at a club called Nova, and I overheard her talking to some guy saying she was a singer-songwriter, top-line artist, and that's kind of what it is we do when we write songs without lyrics. And I was like, that's what I do, but I don't hear that very often from people saying that they do that, so the rest is history.
Yeah, we just started talking, and then we immediately clicked. I invited you over, didn't I? Yeah, so I kind of invited him over, just like to crash here at my place, and we ended up just being bed buddies.
Yes.
Not in that sense of the word, but yeah. And it's been hectic and amazing, and it's amazing working with you. And we've written so many tracks together, and we've got something in cooking with DJ Shine and a few other things that we've got kind of like, popping with Bruno Sambo. I love, and yeah, it's been. I just met my best friend, so
this is true. I miss her so much. She has the biggest personality, and when she's not in the room or when she's not in my life, it's like this absence, this void is gone. So, and I feel like family. Like I feel like she's like my sister. We're the same age, I think,
Yeah.
so it's very kindred souls. And I had plans after ADE to go, and I just didn't leave. I was going to go to Germany right after ADE, and I stayed with her for 2 weeks. And then I did do a little stint traveling, but I came back for another 2 weeks. And now I think I'm going to move to Europe next year.
Yes, he is.
Probably move in with her if
Yes.
the invitation's still there, and get my life started. But yeah, but we've written a bunch of songs together.
Yeah.
Which was really exciting. She's brilliant with lyrics. Like, she thinks of things I've never even heard of half the time. Her just vocabulary is so rich, and her melodies are so strong. I mean, I found myself singing so many of her songs this trip all the time. She's a gem. I mean,
Thank you.
not to like brag about her, but she's written for some major artists, including Christina Aguilera and Ricky Martin and Ricky Iglesias, and she had an album deal with Sony and a publishing deal with Sony.
Yeah.
And then she's been working on her really exciting artist project that I hope you get to hear soon. Everything she's been doing lately is just catchy, brilliant, beautiful. So she has a lot of great songs that are about to come out.
Yeah.
And we have some together.
Yeah.
And other than that, we're just best friends.
Besties. So yeah, it's been very lucrative your stay here. So I've got a new best friend and
business partner.
business partner.
Alright, so I'm going to play for you a song that Amy and I wrote. This is actually the very first time we ever co-wrote together.
That went so fast.
Yeah, it's for a duo called Ida Biza in Copenhagen. And this is when I realized she was so brilliant.
Oh, you're expensive. You got me spending my wages. I wanna buy you the nice things. Let's take it back to the basics. Yeah, I'm attentive. I wanna buy you a Bentley. Rocking your Gucci Gallardo. You got me spending like Michael. Set my eyes on you. Took you from the Bronx, then now we're in the Hamptons. Smashing hot couture. None of these people out there look like you.
People.
You want it, you got it. Just put in the order. Price isn't an issue. Now it's all good. I got it, you want it. Drop that cash up on ya. Make them dollar bills raining down on you. Feeling so good, so good. Nothing that you know.
You need to sing on this track, I think.
It's
so high.
So good, so good.
It's
Yeah,
so high.
we kind of changed the freaking lyrics, didn't we?
They made me change half the lyrics because they were too
Dirty,
dirty.
and that's where I come in.
So
Nothing that big booty wouldn't let me do. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, we just kind of like had to like PG-13 everything, cause you know, your girl over here is a little bit dirty.
Yeah, she wrote this line that was like, sit on my face, yeah. I wanna take you to Graceland, just like Elvis in Valhalla.
No,
peanut butter and banana.
It's just like Elvis in Valhalla.
And I was like, what is Valhalla?
It's the afterlife.
And then she wrote, what was that line? Rocking the Gucci Gallardos.
Yeah. Shit.
You got me spinning like Michael.
You got me spinning like Michael.
It
It's
just
so funny.
spits these things out that are so brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. Or the Hamptons. I took you from Bronx to
Took you from the Bronx, and now
we're in the Hamptons. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, nothing that big booty wouldn't make me do.
Yeah, and also the smashing hot couture.
Yes.
And yeah.
So we'll see. It's still a work in progress.
It's a work in
These
progress.
vocals are just demo.
And people keep kind of just, bitching about the fact that the lyrics are so ghetto. But then again, you are what you eat.
Alright, I'll play you the one that's slated for release.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wasn't looking for light in this crowded dark place tonight. 'Cause I was careless with life and lost my compass in life. But I saw you in films and flashing lights. And you came unexpected. Hold on tight. And if the club closes its doors right now, I'm gonna follow you to your doorstep. Already caught my heart without a doubt. Already yours, no changing the subject.
Every fall and can't get out. I trust. I love it. 'Cause I'm looking at you, looking at me, looking at me, looking at you. I'm looking at you, looking at me, looking at me, looking at you. Yes. Right. This one's already been approved.
Yeah, this one's special to me.
Mine
It's
too.
our love song.
It's our love song. Our loveless love song.
No, we have lots of love.
We have lots of love, it's just not like that. I'm missing parts.
We don't have sex.
We don't. I kind of have boobs. That's not bad.
But yeah, so this one's coming out with a producer named Sean.
Yes.
He's with one of the labels. You know what label he's on?
No idea, but I just know that he's got like a huge following, and he comes from India.
Indian producer.
Yes, and I saw the production to one of his shows. It's insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like we're talking about, of course, like 1 point something billion people over there. So the quantity of buyers and purchasing is just like a lot different than here.
Yeah.
Especially for shows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You've got no idea. You think you know.
So yeah, I've been living here for a month and a half in Amsterdam on Kinkerstraat. Great part of town. There's lots of stuff to do and see. I feel like you could live here your whole life and still discover new things.
So,
What's up, guys? We're here in downtown Amsterdam.
look at all of these bikes. There are bicycles everywhere.
Yes.
Everywhere. So you always have to watch out. This is the entire country where actually this is just underwater. So look at that beauty.
When you first moved here, people used to ice skate on the canal.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was about 9 years ago. Right, ever since global warming?
So yeah, it's my last day in Amsterdam for a little while. I go back to Nashville tomorrow. Kind of sad, but I'm also excited to get out of the cold. It is so cold here. And yeah, I'm gonna miss her.
I'm gonna miss him so much. It's gonna suck so bad.
But I'll be back soon. But yeah.
Yes, dude. We can have an oliebollen. Okay, that's like the Dutch Christmas dessert, is it? New Year's. Okay, but we can have it now.
Okay. Bye. Let's go. One for the cameraman.
Alright guys, this is live.
Live.
You ready?
Cheers.
Cheers.
Super good. Hey guys, Davis Mallory checking in with you. It is my true last day in Europe. I've been here for almost 2 months, and I head back to Nashville tomorrow morning. Hitting the club up tonight, going to Mad Fox with Amy Perez.
Yes!
But yeah, it's been an amazing trip, amazing chapter of my life. I've dreamt of coming to Europe since I was a child, and I've dreamt of making music here. And I did it every day for 2 months, which was fantastic. And I'm excited about all the songs I've written that are going to be coming out in the near year, and the new friends I made, everyone I met along the road. I love you all. It was really fun to hang out with you all. And looking forward to 2018. I hope and plan to be moving to Europe in the spring, and I'll be touring more and DJing and singing and writing more and just making the most out of life. And I hope you guys do the same with your own lives if you're watching. Hope to inspire people to Carpe Diem, which is my initials. Anyways, peace and love, and have a great life and a great 2017 for everyone. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and signing out.